So the 28th of August, 2028, we are heading into the final stretch of the German regional elections to be held in Guyana on September the 1st, 2025. The Forward Guyana movement, which is a coalition of three parties, Darwin Bess, the Apostle Nigel London, and of course the former member of the PNC, Amanza Walton Desir, they have taken GCOM to court. Apparently, the Forward Guyana did not field candidates in Region 7, 8, and 9. So the symbol of that party will not appear in the ballot paper in those regions, but they're claiming that the Amerindian people, especially in those areas, should be allowed to vote. They're represented by Dr. Vivian Williams, who lives here in the United States. Those of you my age will probably remember back in the day when we were looking at VCT 28, which at that time was owned by Tony Vera. A lot of us would rush home to work, or rush home or whatever we were doing to look at the news. Back in the day, VCT 28 had a started lineup. Adam Harris was right there at the top. Elian Ross. How many of you remember Elian Ross? Of course, this same lawyer, Dr. Vivian Williams, he was in that started lineup at VCT 28. So the court matter is going to be sorted out according to Justice Navindra Singh. Hopefully a ruling by time 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. I was wondering why Forward Guyana waited at this last moment to see if they can get a judgment via the courts. Anyhow, we shall see what the court says tomorrow afternoon. But the main purpose of this video is to highlight a reply I saw by Melly in connection with the Guyanese critic. Most of you this week would hear the critic alleging that there are close ties to the Mohammeds and the Maduro government in Venezuela. He was in a program last night with that, and then again he was in another program, and he's saying that the people who are connected to Mohammed, whether it's the broadcaster, the TV broadcaster, social media influencers, he's saying they're all in the circle, in some way connected to Maduro. I'm going to be playing a video of Melly replying to these assertions by the Guyanese critic.
Good morning. So I haven't really been addressing anything as it relates too much to the Guyanese critics because, I kind of know that they've been trying to draw myself out and I have to be careful what I post on my page because they're reporting they want to get the page down before election. So I've been very strategic in how I post stuff, what I'm saying and stuff like that, because I know they're working behind the scenes. They want me off the internet for the upcoming elections. I haven't really been replying to anything as it relates to the Guyanese critics, and there seemed to be a deliberate attempt to cause unrest in Guyana leading up to this upcoming election by chief propagandists, people like Guyanese critics and the dancing and the Robinson and all them that is be on Facebook pushing all these propaganda and pushing these narrative on Facebook. So I just came across a post, somebody sent it to me because I don't follow the Guyanese critics page. I don't go on his page, I don't watch anything on the page. One or two times if somebody might tag me and I might hop over and leave a comment or something like just trolling him basically, because who does Guyanese critics cater? He caters to a particular audience, and that is the PPP, those uneducated ones that the PPP have kept in their clutches for years and just telling them what they want to hear, kind of like brainwashing them into voting for the PPP. Those are the type that he's catering to because he's holding on to those votes for the PPP. So he caters, that's his audience. That's the people he caters to. So I don't really go on his page, the racial ones that can be leaving all the nasty comments, the racist comments and all these things. Those are the people the Guyanese critics cater to. So I don't venture over there, okay? But he made a post and saying that he called myself, Travis Chase, and 2 or 3 other persons, how we are agents of, by associating with us and Mohammed's, we are agents of Maduro, Venezuela. Now, I see where the people have been trying to go with this, trying to link Maduro, paying their lobbyist firm over here to get 2 congressmen to say that Mohammed is an agent of Maduro, and then they're trying to push this narrative. Oh, he went into the Venezuelan embassy for a visa. Mind you, they haven't provided one streak of evidence. Just telling their dumb, stupid supporters that, and they're people that are dumb and stupid enough to run with all these narratives that they're trying to push out there. But I see where they're going. I mean, they're very, I've never seen this level of desperation from the PPP, and I've been saying this. I've never seen this level of desperation from the PPP. So I see where they're trying to go with the Maduro Mohammed thing. The US and Maduro is basically on the brink of war, and you know, they're trying to push that Mohammed is associated with Maduro, hoping that the US will step in and the US might say or do something that will sway people from like voting for the Win party. It's politics, and I see where he and the people is trying to go with it, and you know, only Stevie Wonder wouldn't see where they're trying, the narrative that they're trying to put out there. But Guyanese critics, now for you to say that myself, Travis Chase, who's a journalist, and all these people are agents of Venezuela or Maduro, it's just crazy. Because you know who the real agents of Maduro are? The real agents of Maduro are your vice president and your president, who has allowed Venezuelan criminals, murderers, rapists, thieves to traverse our borders freely, to come into our country freely at the invitation of your government, your president, your vice president. They allow these people to just come by boatloads over the border unchecked. They came across our borders unchecked. We don't know who in here, we don't know who we let in, we don't know who come in, nothing. They put no system in place. None. They have no system in place. You understand? From your minister could come on this internet and tell me that they only get 4,000 Venezuelans in Guyana. They don't even know what's going on in their own country. They don't even know who they have allowed. They don't even know who from the Maduro regime they have allowed in Guyana unchecked. Right? Now for you to come on this internet and say we are agents. No, the real agents of Maduro is your government. The real agents of Maduro are those businessmen and the women from Region 1 and 2 that are involved in the cocaine trafficking business, that your government, your police officers, your commanders have been allowing to engage in the cocaine trade freely, using our rivers to push and ship cocaine for the Venezuelans and the Maduro regime. Those are the real agents of Venezuela, critics. And these people that are involved in these cocaine trade and all these things are supporters and donate heavily. They're actually buying votes in Region 1 and 2 for your government, for the PPP. So critics, the real agent for the Venezuelan regime, for Maduro, is your government and their associate. And here's what. If the US should take up space or should take an office, just decide to open a camp, a base, whatever, in Guyana, they will understand fully who the real agents of the Venezuelan regime or Maduro are when they're in Guyana. Can't wait.